Okay, serious matters right now. Another post-secondary institution has been noted of having a large gathering. Peterborough was the first one, yeah, one of the main ones that we knew about, but and then the attention sort of went towards Western University in London, Ontario. And now it's on Wilfrid Laurier University. Now, some students aren't smart enough to actually follow coronavirus safety rules and regulations when they should be, and they should not have large gatherings of any kind. Because just because like a couple students will have hold a party or in large numbers, and then the coronavirus cases and variant cases show up, and especially the variant cases showing up is like a very serious matter actually. No joke. It could literally have a place closed down for weeks or maybe months if it gets really serious. So we have 1,791 coronavirus cases. 495 cases are from Toronto, 350 is from Peel Region, 177 is from York Region, 106 is from Durham Region. So this makes it official that Durham Region is in a danger zone. So they're in the top 4. 18 deaths have been reported today. UK variants is at unfortunately a high number of 1,287. I will mention why this might be later. 47 South African variants unchanged, and 36 Brazilian variants, which is a +1 compared to yesterday's number. Dangerous. So let's look at Wilfrid Laurier University. Why is my focus on this? So, it was reported on by Waterloo Public Health Unit. The agency announced they found at least 23 coronavirus cases to a series of get-togethers held by students between March 4th and March 7th at 3 homes in the area. So apparently, it is said that another probable case is also connected to the events, while an additional 19 have been identified as high-risk contacts. And one of the early cases of Kale, apparently it was a variant case, meaning UK variant, the most deadliest and contagious one. So 80 plus year old man who was living in the London Middlesex region. He did not travel or anything, and so someone traveled to Africa or something, and they came back. So they did not make contact with this person did not make contact with this man, but he didn't even have to be close to suddenly. And then when you get checked at the clinic in the London Middlesex region, I don't know, possibly London. So they told them he had the UK variant, and they told him to quarantine for 2 weeks. So he did, and he was free of the UK variant. So after he got, you know, vaccinated. So, two residents at the University of Waterloo, and there's one at University of Waterloo. So, the Claudette Millar Hall residence, 2 cases. And on Saturday, an outbreak at the Clara Conrad Residence at Wilfrid Laurier University. So, yeah. Oh, oh my God. This is like just worse. Worse. So two different universities and one screwed up. So already, like, we've had to deal with post-secondary colleges and universities. So let's look at Peterborough, Ontario, with Fleming College and Trent University. Yes, several students have had a party, and this was already a kind of major concern back in last year in September, where on the Trent University support group on Instagram, students, which is run by students, they posted, "Stop having parties. You're ruining it for us other students." So if the Trent University support group had to say that, yeah. So there was I've heard apparently the Fleming College Severn residence is closed. I don't know if it's temporarily closed or I don't know. They said something about that. So yeah, there was like an outbreak there, and of course, the entire city of Peterborough was very, very mad at the students for doing so. Then we focused on our attention to which is reported by London Middlesex Health Unit. West, some like Western university students were not wearing masks while they were standing in line for to enter Jack's, the bar, which was run by manager Adam Campbell, and he was very, and they were not social distancing either, so which is both breaking two regulations, and yeah, these are two rules. So if you're standing in line for something to get inside a business, yeah, you need to wear a mask at all times and 2 meters away from other patrons at all times. Yeah, so Adam Campbell was very disappointed, and the bookstore, which is apparently nearby, Vanessa Brown, she was very furious about this, and she had to close her bookstore for the day because, you know, some students couldn't just follow the rules. However, it was good news that other students from Fanshawe College and Western University, both from London, Ontario, were following the rules when they were out, or they just stayed home and either partied with the ones they live with in the residence or in house, or they didn't celebrate on St. Patrick's Day. There, problem solved. So thank you to the students who followed these rules. And now, yeah, it's not even a few days later, and then literally three days later, and then we get this problem at Wilfrid Laurier University. They just couldn't stop partying. The red zone rules clearly state gatherings of any kind is 5 people maximum indoors, 25 outdoors, and gatherings and like events are 10 people maximum and 25 outdoors. That is it. Since the party is a gathering of a few students, technically they've literally broke the rule, the red zone rule there. And London Middlesex region, Peterborough, London Middlesex region, and Waterloo region is all of them are in the red zone, which you can look at the rules down below. But also but with what happened at Waterloo University was sort of, it happens. So they had coronavirus cases. Some people, even though they follow coronavirus safety rules and regulations, you might not know if you have the coronavirus unless if you actually feel the symptoms and you go to get tested, and like, oh. Yep. So the one at Waterloo University was sort of accidental, and the Wilfrid Laurier University was not. So it was just a shame for those any students who were partying at Wilfrid Laurier University to having a party when you shouldn't be, and when variant cases are like literally increasing. And if one of those students had the UK variant, so if they actually look up what the UK variant is like, yeah, start screaming. So good news is two people are quarantining themselves and are being monitored by Waterloo Public Health Region. So, you know, it is like, don't forget dining rule changes are in effect for orange zone, red zone, and the gray zone, Please check them out. I do not think this is a good idea, but yeah. And please follow coronavirus rules, So hospitalizations today is at 760, which is -5, good. 305 in ICU, +3, and 186 of them which are on a ventilator. So long-term care home death is still at 3,753, unchanged, and 52 outbreaks, which is also unchanged, and 44 long-term care homes have reported to have no resident cases, which it's actually good. They haven't shown us that in a while. So follow coronavirus safety rules and regulations and color zones. Please, if you're like a college or university student, absolutely do not hold any parties. If you're going to have a party, please limit to like a few number of people. But if you have like exceed that number, and if you exceed the number 10, or if you're in the red zone and exceed the number 5, and if you're in the gray zone, gray zone, you should not have any kind of gathering at all. So it could be like temporarily, but like you can like meet up with somebody, but you can't have like a So ensure that everyone does not have the coronavirus or the coronavirus variants, especially the UK variant, which is a very a variant of highest variant of concern, and it is deadly and contagious, the most dangerous thing. This thing could outbeat the coronavirus, although it is similar to coronavirus. Yeah, it is like worse. So please do not have any parties. We've already had this problem in Peterborough. We've seen this in London, and then now we saw it like just recently in Waterloo. Don't make it or any worse for any of us. Like, what university or college is next? What? York University? Or University of Toronto? Ryerson? Or maybe, or basically any other popular university? Or University of Ottawa? No. Let's hope not. The UK variant is like something like you couldn't even know about it, like about the coronavirus, and it could like enter you, and you don't even have to be near somebody, and it could kill you if you don't quarantine. Stay safe, folks. Stop having these parties. You're going to make it worse for us.